Gosh, it's an unbelievable view. You know, I am so blessed to be in the position I am, to be the first person in the world to be right here, and the only person in the world that will ever be right here. This is truly breathtaking.
It's astounding that you seem to actually be enjoying this experience, Nic.
You know what? I am. Gosh, a long time in the making. This is what dreams are made of, people. Pursue your dreams. Never give up. Mine might seem strange, but anybody that's dealing with any battle, focus on that other side. You'll achieve your goal, achieve your dream, and beat any battle with anything.
Shot high above Niagara Falls. Too incredible to believe. Nic, very quickly, as you enter the wet zone, family so important to you, so much a part of this night, and I know that you have something of your mother's, your homemade shoes that actually are going to help you maybe grip that wire a little tighter with the homemade elk skin on the bottom of those moccasins.
That's correct. These shoes are made by my mother, and it means so much to me to have a piece of my family alongside with me. You know, family is important to me. My beautiful wife, my 3 beautiful children. To have a family that supports me, even when I have crazy ideas like this.
Nic, you mentioned the concern about the movement of the wire. How is that right now?
Feels pretty good right now. You know, one of the challenges I'm having right now is visually, because everything is moving so quickly underneath me, I can't see the wire move, which actually becomes a challenge because I can't prepare for it as it moves. But so far, so good.
Nic, we're going to leave you to it, and we thank you for letting us join you for a tiny portion of your travels.
Thank you, guys.
Well, how do you like that poise and composure as he does what no one ever has, as he attempts this feat that no one ever would? He seems so unnaturally calm.
And yet, trouble looms as he arrives to the wet zone. And this was where that microclimate of Niagara can wreak such potential havoc on this walk. You can see the blinding mist kicked up from that water, 700,000 gallons per second, cascading 20 stories down. The effects on his visibility, his grip on that wire, unknowable until he is out there alone. A man, a wire, and a balancing pole.
He is about a third of the way, almost a third of the way to his goal of arriving in Canada, becoming the first man to ever walk over Niagara Falls. And again, the wettest area here, it may actually change 3 times by the time he's finished with this walk. You can just see the water is dripping off of that wire.
Thank you, Jesus, my righteous King. Praise you, Father God. Praise you, Jesus.
Looks good, Nic. Can you hear me okay with the roar of the falls right there?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
All right, good. I want to make sure you can be able to hear me every step back. Looking good, Nic. I mean, you're doing a great job.
Thank you, Jesus.
Really doing a great job there.
The only thing I'm not happy about is that pendulum that we hung the weather station on.
Yeah.
You know, it's moving a lot. It's catching wind.
Yeah, it's catching a little more wind, but you're going to get past that reasonably soon. So, you're doing great. Nice, calm steps. Everything's looking good.
To Nic talking with his father, Terry, discussing the weather conditions and how Nic is making his way through them. Let's go down to our weatherman, Sam Champion. Sam, what is Nic facing at this moment?
Hey, Josh, right as they had that conversation, we picked up a 14-mile-per-hour wind gust just ahead of Nic on the wire. And the real problem here might not be the speed of the gust, because if you're looking at it, you can see that mist is driving and hits him constantly on the left side of his body. That would be fine. he could get used to that. But it's swirling. It goes from southeast to southwest, and then it kind of goes around even over his head. So it's not only going in the compass direction, but it's kind of wrapping around him, all the way over and under him as well. And that's the concern. That's what he was talking about, picking up a little bit of gust there. Also, it is just so wet. Josh, we've been looking at this now for 2 days. Have you ever seen it this wet?
Sam, I have not, and you're right. We've been locked onto this for 2 days. About 13 minutes now into his walk, as we take a look at just how far he's gone and yet how far he still has to go. And you can see just how alone he is in the middle of that madness. And yet, it's something he has trained his entire life for. One of the longest walks in his career, to be sure. Let's review. He did this by walking on a wire, in fact, twice as long as this, almost 3,000 feet in length, to make sure he'd have the endurance to do this. And as we showed you before, he did it with that fire hose pounding away at him. And